Hey guys, really quick before we get started with today's video, I have some very exciting news. I will be streaming on YouTube from now on. So I used to stream on Facebook. Well, now I'm moving over to YouTube and I'm really excited about it. This is something I've been wanting to do for a long time. So the first stream ever on YouTube will be February 4th at 6 p.m. US Eastern Time. So please, guys, mark your calendars, check your time zone, because I want as many people there as possible, because this is going to be a bit of a celebration, a bit of a party as we hang out, play some games, and it's going to be a lot of fun. So I'm really excited about this. And another cool thing that I'm going to be doing is raising some money for charity during the first month of streaming. So I'm going to try to raise $10,000 for the Wounded Warriors Project. If you've never heard of this charity, they're fantastic. They help wounded veterans that were wounded in service with special services and programs. They're really fantastic, and I'm super excited to do stuff like this, like raising money for charity. I do plan to do more charity streams in the future, not only for Wounded Warrior, but other charities that I want to support. So the best way of keeping track of my streaming schedule and just getting notified when I'm streaming is, of course, subscribing to me on YouTube, but also following me on Twitter and joining my Discord, which are all linked down in the video description. So remember, guys, February 4th at 6 p.m. US Eastern Time. It's going to be my very first stream. I'm super excited. Thank you guys for your time and enjoy the video. All right, fellow knights, what's up, guys? It's Apollo here. Thank you so much for stopping by. We are back in Middle Earth. And once again, there's an epic battle going on, like usual. So this is Third Age Reforged. It's a sub-mod for Third Age, which is a mod for Medieval 2 Total War. And this is a custom scenario made by Sin of the Dark Cloud. This is a what-if battle. What if Lady Galadriel took the ring from Frodo? You know, during the Fellowship, when Frodo just witnessed one of his, friends, one of his mentors, his best buddy Gandalf, he fell to his death. He just witnessed that. And then Lady Galadriel just shows up and she turns all green and evil. Like the poor hobbit hasn't been through enough, Lady Galadriel. And then later she's like, I passed the test. And Frodo's got to be thinking, like, what the hell is wrong with this lady? But imagine if she took the ring. Imagine if she failed the test and she took the ring. And at first things might be pretty good, but eventually the ring would corrupt her. And that's what we have here. The corruption of the realm of Lothlorien. They are now on the attacking Arnor, basically attacking this area of town. So we got the provinces of Arnor. We have Cardalin defending this pass, and then over on the other pass we have Arthedain. So these two forces are going to try to hold here, but they do not stand alone. Hashtag not all elves are evil. We do have the realm of Imladris showing up to save the day. They are going to be a reinforcing army, and they're going to try to save the humans before the evil elves, aka I guess you could call them dark elves now. So I don't know. It's a fun scenario. It actually is kind of interesting to think about in Lord of the Rings if there were actually like three major powers battling each other instead of just kind of good versus evil. There was like a gray area. You know, I'm sure in the lore there were some factions that you know, might have been at war with the good guys and the bad guys. I'm not really too sure, honestly, but imagine if there was a faction or a couple factions that were fighting both Sauron and, you know, Men of the West. So yeah, I don't know. I just think that would be pretty interesting. Like one of the elven factions goes corrupt and they want to kill Sauron and the humans and, you know, the men, the hobbits, whatever, you know, stands in their way. But yeah, that's just, you know, that's a cool thought. But yeah, they're setting up their forces. We got some axes in the front line, a lot of troops in loose formation. Now, I do want to note that these passways are going to be very difficult to fight through because we've got some we've got some Greenway Garrison Foot, which is basically a pike unit. It is a pike unit. Very, very good. And then we also have these guys. These guys are amazing. So we've got this Guardian unit. It's a crossbow / infantry. Very, very deadly. They can rack up a ton of kills. So I'm excited to see that. Now, over on this side, we actually have some action going on. So we've got the Arthedain, we got Knights of Fornost Aaron. They are charging out and trying to get some early cav charges here and trying to get the Realm of Lothlorien by surprise. It doesn't seem like they're getting too many kills, but again, they are slowing down their advance and buying more time for their archers to soften up their infantry before, you know, their infantry collides with the defending infantry. But look, let me just say this, okay? I'm going to be a little biased here, but I'm rooting for the men, all right? I like men, okay? No, I hate elves so much. Like, elves in every lore, not even in Lord of the Rings. They're actually more reasonable in Lord of the Rings, but in, like, Warhammer and all the other, you know, like, branched out lore of fantasy, like, the elves are so smug and so annoying, especially the wood elves in, oh, here's a nice counter charge, though. Let me just stop ranting about elves and commentate on the battle. Really good charge here by the Elven Cav, crushing a lot of these pretty important marksmen of the good guys, of the defenders. So they're going to go ahead and fall back as the Cav is causing some issues. And now the Cav is going to go back to safety of their pikemen. We got some men-at-arms mixed in with some pikes, Arthedain pikes. We've got some Knights of Numinos. Those guys are badass. They're going to go back into the safety of their troops. And now it looks like the Cav play is over, and the infantry is going to charge in. Men versus elves. See, here's the thing about elves. Here's the pros and cons, right? Elves are immortal. At least they are in Lord of the Rings. So they have literally infinite amount of time to train. So the soldier quality is probably better for the elves, but being immortal means that you don't have offspring as much, right? If you live forever, you don't need a lot of people. But humans, they can have more offspring, so they can quickly refill their ranks. So it's really a battle of attrition. Does Arthedain have enough men enough of men to, like, withstand the skill of the elves? But yeah, anyways, it's just kind of like a fun little thought process there. Thought process? Anyways, the elves, you know, they're not having babies left and right. When you're immortal, you don't need to make so many offspring because people aren't dying. But yeah, this is a pretty intense fight, and we've got some Cav trying to flank around the Elven infantry. We've got, what is this, Knights of Fornost Aaron trying to, oh, they're getting caught though by Elven Cav, and it looks like that's probably going to be the end of that Cav unit. But they're still holding strong here. It's looking pretty good. Let's go ahead and fly over to the other side, all the way across this little mountain here. I think it's going to be a much slower attack here, which honestly is what I was expecting. I was kind of caught off guard with all the Cav play on the other side of this battle. But the crossbows are going to rack up a ton of kills. Not only do they have crossbows, but it looks like, oh, wow, they've got more. Oh, they've got artillery too. And they're going after. Okay, so okay, wow. Okay, hold on. This battle started off so quickly. I didn't even properly get to show you all of the army, all the armies and the player names. So let me go ahead and do that now. I'm actually going to slow it down here really quick, just so we don't miss anything. So we've got Cardalin commanded by Happy Meal. There's 3 Lothlorien armies. There's Eclipse, which his army looks like it's mostly here. Oh, no, we also have Goddess over here. So two Elven armies on this side, which you can see there's a lot in reserve. And then over on this side, we have the Elven army commanded by Peak, and Arthedain is commanded by Enix Fitz. So yeah, oh, it's kind of cool to watch these front lines in slow motion. You get to see like every little detail here. I just love seeing Cav run by. It's pretty sick. But yeah, the final army that we have not seen yet, the Reinforcing Elves, that is commanded by the creator of the scenario, Sin of the Dark Cloud. So we can go back to normal speed. And we'll just focus mostly on this fight for now, as the other one is still in a skirmish between archer units. Oh, we got some men-at-arms breaking here. He's trying to fall back to the safety of his pikemen. The elves are going to just keep on pushing, though. The pikemen should be able to rack up a decent amount of kills, as pikes are really great at keeping, you know, short-range infantry, like short-range weapons away. When I say short range, I mean like swords, while the pikes could obviously have a much greater reach. Yeah, pikes and spears are honestly, like, in these types of situations are so effective. So effective. I mean, spears, that really sucks too, when a lot of times in Total War, spears just beat swordsmen. But oftentimes a spear, especially if the soldier has a big shield, like, I don't care if they're facing swordsmen. Like, maybe if they get flanked, but the spears should win just because they have that reach. You know, I don't know. I just feel like spears are more effective in a frontline situation. The elves are now getting aggressive here, sending some riders to the flank. They're behind enemy lines and they're harassing the Arthedain general, which looks badass. Look at this unit. Very cool. They're actually chasing down some elves, which is an archer unit. That's going to be a real pain to deal with. But yeah, he's in a sticky situation. He's in a tough situation. So we got some elven units trying to flank here. Arthedain having to try to recover his troops as quickly as possible, trying to protect the flanks. More elves coming in. There's a couple gaps in the lines here. This is a big concern. This is a huge concern. We have the Caris Catalan, basically the capital, the city capital of the Lothlorien. They're pushing around some really good units here that are gonna cause some flanking issues for the men of Arthedain. Sorry, I've been stuttering all through this battle. My bad. So yeah, we actually have a little charge here by this Lorien sentries unit. But again, these crossbows are going to be able to handle themselves in battle. Actually, they have maces. Huh, these guys look sick. Cardalin looks so good. They've added I think they've added new models for Cardalin, and they look so professional and so awesome. Love the purple. But yeah, they're just opening fire still. And I think finally on this side, we're going to get some infantry charging in. It's a much more narrow passway compared to the other one, so he should have a little bit better luck trying to hold here. He's finally retreating the crossbows, except for this one. These guys are still holding their position. Happy Meal, get your troops out of there. Oh, no. So he's going to leave them into the fight. I guess he's just using them to slow them down, but look at this. Look at this army. Oh, man. I love that swordsman pike combo. It's pretty good. Oh, no, these are spearmen. Okay, let's go back over to this side, because this, I feel like there's some critical moments happening here, like the elves flanking around. A lot of the pikes are looking pretty sad here. They're losing a lot. They're taking a lot of casualties. I remember a lot of like the older replays. I used to say, "Oh, they're losing a lot of casualties," and people would be like, "What does that mean? What does that mean? Does that mean people are dying and coming back, losing casualties? So we have 50 casualties, but we're losing them fast." Like, what? What? What does that mean? But no, they're taking casualties. You got small pockets of fighting. A lot of archer units in trouble here. We got some Dunedain troll slayers. Pretty good unit, but they're not slaying trolls today. They're slaying elves. And it looks like they're losing. A lot of the units are now full on breaking. If I was Arthedain, I would fall back all my troops over to Cardalin and help protect the rear of Cardalin. But yeah, it's not looking great for Arthedain. I mean, it's just a very large pass that they had to hold. And it seems like the elves just were able to flank around with their fast-moving units, their cav. And as soon as they did that, it was the downfall of Arthedain. And the Lorien elves are going to be able to gather their troops and start to push this way. Wow, okay. Some riders of the Golden Wood are all the way over here. And Cardalin has his his trebuchet protected by a couple captains here and some warhammers. And here we go, the big push. See, now that he's noticed that his ally has won on that side, he can now safely push in and know that eventually the flank is going to be exposed for Cardalin. Maybe. The archer's still spraying down. I feel like Cardalin's going to rack up a lot of kills here just because of the scenario he's in right now. Look at the arrows flying overhead. That's so cool. I never get over that. It just looks so awesome. I really hope Total War comes out with an engine more like Medieval 2 because it's just perfect. Woo! There goes the fireballs of death. Yeah, toast those elves. Pointy-eared bastards. And speaking of pointy-eared bastards, we do have the good elves arriving. Some elf-on-elf action. You know what I mean, boys? Woo! There they go. Looks pretty professional. I love these elves. I mean, these are the classic elves from the opening scenes of the Fellowship. Elrond leading that fight. Anyways, okay. So, we got some pretty intense fighting here, shoulder to shoulder. Very tightly packed. Lots of arrow fire overhead. It definitely seems like this is a much harder assault for the Lothlorien elves. And if they want any chance of winning this battle, they've got to try to break through this line without taking too many casualties. But with the artillery and all the archer fire, this is going to be pretty difficult. And just look at all the death here. Look at all the death. Most of this elves. Mostly dead elves. The Elder Elven army is still setting up. So you can see he still has a fresh army over here that has not seen any combat yet. So they're still kind of making their way. And then, of course, these elves are now making a new defense. So the Imladris elves have set up a defensive position. And I think the Lothlorien elves over on this side still fairly healthy. I mean, they still have a lot of troops to go around. So they're going to have to take on the Imladris elves. But yeah, pretty intense fight that happened here. Lots of death. But all things considered, I think they have a pretty solid army. And look at how they're like tucking them away in this little mountain like area. I don't know if he's just going to wait for his allies to do more progress. Because if he attacks with that small force over here, we have Arthedain admitting defeat there. If he attacks with a small force against this force, he's gonna lose. So I think what he's gonna do is wait for his two allies to start pushing in and breaking through, and then he's gonna push. Because if they start breaking through here, then the Imladris elves are gonna have to commit more forces to this fight. Let's go back over here though. This is the juicy fight. I mean, look at that. That's a juicy fight. That's a really juicy fight. Mwah. That's a thick fight, you know? T-H-I-C-C, thick. I love me a good battle. And Third Age never fails, man. Battles are always so great, so grand. They always they feel so much like a battle, you know? Doesn't end in 5 minutes. Ugh. Yeah, I watched a lot of the footage of Three Kingdoms. It's the battles are looking kind of weak, Not to change the topic here, but in case anyone was wondering, my thoughts on Three Kingdoms. The campaign stuff looks interesting. Like, it looks like they made some progress in campaign, but battles look like they've just continued to downgrade, you know? I don't know. It's sad. But more and more elves are coming in. That's a good thing we still have Medieval 2, and it's super moddable. I like how he's throwing in these, like, tiny squares. You see this? Of spears. Just kind of blobbing them in. But they're just, like, cramming. They're like, more elves! We need more elves! You know, Galadriel's like, they tell Galadriel, they're like, hey, we've lost a lot of elves trying to break through here. She's like, I don't care. Push through. I could see her being like a Sauron, how he treats his orcs. That's how she's treating the elves. I could even see her setting up some sort of like, oh, are they pushing through? Oh, there's a gap in the lines, boys. And now he's sending over some archers that have used up all their ammo to try to stop this gap, stop the bleeding. But I could see Galadriel setting up some sort of like camp of mass reproduction. You know what I mean? Like a ton of elves just doing it, you know, getting pregnant. And she's like getting her best soldiers, kind of like a Nazi Germany thing, you know? Like getting their best men, best women, and trying to just mass reproduce. Just to get so many elves, it's ridiculous. I could see that. I could see that. You know, once you go evil like that, Galadriel, she wants world domination. She needs the population. But I wonder how long an elven pregnancy is, you know? I don't know. Whatever. Those things, it just doesn't give you any detail. How long does elven pregnancy last? But yeah, this is a really juicy fight. I mean, look at this thick line. And then back here, the elves continue to wait. They know better. They know. They're like, we fought our battle. We're going to wait. We're going to wait for a messenger to arrive and be like, we're pushing through. Now, you push now. I mean, Imladris might even want to... Oh, there's a little bit of fighting here. I guess he sent over some Blade Masters. Got him by surprise. Now he's charging in some cav. Look at that. Oh, yeah. The elves are like, how could you do this, Galadriel? You were the chosen one. But they have the high ground here, so that's going to be nice. Nice artillery shots going on. It's still trying to take out the reserves of this force of Eclipse forces. No breakthrough yet. It is looking a little worrisome here for Cardalin. But the elves still have a lot more killing to do. And now, oh, look at this. Now the Imladris elves, Eldarinwi? Wait, I forgot how to say this. Eldarinwi. No, that's not it. Eldar, whatever. The elves of Imladris have been pushed into, they've been called into action. And now we're finally seeing some elf-on-elf action, like in a large scale. Hold the line! And then one of the humans are like, I can't believe I'm gonna die next to an elf. And the elf's like, what about dying next to a friend? And he goes, I don't even know you. I've just, this is my first time being next to you. How are you my friend? So let's make this, let's do some slow motion shots here. Look at this. I love it. The chaos starts to slow down. It's still really hard to tell what's going on. We'll go back to normal speed. It's like 300, the movie. Whenever they like do something cool, it's like in slow motion and then sped up. It's really stupid. Lots of arrows still coming in. Is that the elven archers? No, that's still... Wow, it's still these sharpshooters who still have ammo. But I think we do have some... Yeah, we still have some elves who are just firing in. I mean, that's going to be hard, killing elves, you know? It's gotta be a tough situation. So another juicy fight. We've got some reserves back here. What looks like some pikes. They're going to be pretty useful, but the archers are really focusing them down. And do they have... Okay, they've got some March Wardens of the Wood. So these wood elves, man, just annoying. Alright, now we got a charge here of some riders from Lothlorien. The army looks like it is moving out, or at least it's reforming. Yeah, they're just holding here. They're just waiting, getting ready for the charge as the Lothlorien elves are about to push over on the other side. Now, correct me if I'm wrong. If there's any Warhammer lore experts, I was talking to my friend Mr. Brunswick, and he was saying that the wood elves in Warhammer actually eat human children. Like, that sounds horrible, but yeah, That's just, why would they do that? I don't know. It's kind of random that I brought it up, but I just hate elves, so just kind of, maybe it's fake news, maybe it's propaganda, but I could see elves eating human children. It's like how they stay immortal by eating the children of other races. So now it's pretty much full on elf versus elf. We still, oh, that was close. We still have some humans. Oh, God. That was a good hit. Maybe getting a little friendly fire there. But yeah, there's probably more elves fighting in this battle now than humans. And it makes sense why they're sending in their reserves. It makes sense they're not letting them break through because this is a pretty nice area to hold. Because it's so tight in this mountain pass. So the fighting continues. More pikes in reserve. The trebuchet now opening fire much more frequently. Because he realizes that, you know, he's got to use the ammo now, or this trebuchet could be compromised. What happened to them? How did they get... They must have... Huh. How did they die? Maybe a cav charge I missed or something. But finally, these elves are pushing in. Look at this. So the elves that defeated Arthedain have now decided to push in. And they're pushing in now because they realize, look, they realize that the Imladris elves are starting to go thin. And this is what I was talking about. This is why he was waiting, because Imladris now will have to start committing forces over to this side. Oh no! The friendly fire, but they did get some good hits on the enemy. But now we've got a lot of the archers who used up their ammo into the fight. It's not looking good for Cardalin now. A lot of elf on elf action. God, that's nice. Alright, back over this way. The realm of Lothlorien reforming. Getting ready to charge. They're still in loose formation. You can see he's now pushing some swordsmen and some spearmen into the trees here. I think he is a little bit worried about the Imladris. Imladris cav. Lothlorien elves will be destroyed here. I would honestly get this fight underway. I think Imladris can win this one. So if they could quickly defeat this flanking force, then they can concentrate all of their forces over to the other side of the battle. And there we go. Now he's setting some sentries, which is a pike unit. They're going to go ahead and put their pikes down. Woo! So the Eldar Enway. Yeah, that's it. Eldar Enway. I remember now. These spearmen are fighting the good fight. Back here we've got some elite units. Heavy infantry taking on these sword masters. Uh-oh. Now we got some cav charging in. Now here comes the Imladris cav. Look at that. So sick. See, I like Imladris elves. You know, they're not too bad. Oh, no. Oh, no. Jeez, look at the amount of dead here. Oh, my God. Yeah, this battle looks like it's coming to a close. There's not a ton of elves left here. I mean, this is still a really close battle. Oh, it's a difference of 1% in terms of percent killed. Wow. But the Imladris elves need to really quickly kill the elves, the Lothlorien elves they're already fighting, to deal with the elves over on the other flank now. But it seems like they've kind of fallen back up on this hill. Gives them a little bit of the high ground. It's over, Anakin. And the fight looks like it's looking pretty good for Imladris here. The cav is running around, causing some issues. They're like, "Don't you break! We can win this battle!" They're like, oh, okay. Wow, I actually didn't expect them to recover after saying that. I'm going to pretend I did that by saying, don't you break. And they're back, guys. These guardians are back. Hell yeah. It's like the cav was like, don't you retreat. If we're still fighting, you got to keep fighting. It's got some spears still in the trees here, but overall, it seems like he has, well, I was going to say it seems like he's destroyed most of these Lothlorien elves on this side, but it doesn't look like it. The other Lothlorien elves need to hurry up. Oh, we got a cav charge. A suicidal cav charge trying to slow down the reinforcements. Yes, nice. Nice, I like. How much? So, oh, nice! Woo! Good shoots. Good shots. Good shoots. So yeah, they really blobbed up there, and now they're going to disperse and push forward. They killed a ton with that maneuver. They killed a ton. I think that was worth the sacrificial charge. Now the elves are pushing. The Lothlorien elves. And there's some sentries waiting for them. The elves are like, this is not what we stand for. How could you kill the men of the West? Here we go. Balance of power is still very even. But I think the good guys in this situation, this scenario, are taking a decent lead here. Uh-oh. Run, archers, run! Turn, warriors! You must fight. You must stand your ground now. The Cav's still running around. Oh, this is a pretty sick battle. Lothlorien Cav still trying to quickly win on this front. Trying to get some hammer and anvil, it looks like. Hammer and anvil. There we go. Nice. Nice. I like. So, yeah, they've got the elves surrounded here. And it seems like the Imladris elves are going to win on this front. But, again, the balance of power is still really even. So, he still has to play this safe. Oh, he's about to win on this flank. Yeah, there we go. He's won. So now he can send up reinforcements over here because things are looking pretty thin here. Look at it. He's just barely been able to get troops over here in time. Run! Elves of Imladris. You almost kind of think that Imladris, you know, technically they showed up as reinforcements, that they were probably just waiting in the trees, you know? Like, don't show up right away. Let the humans kill some of the elves and die. That way less of us have to die. You know, it's all part of their scheme, you know? There we go. They're pushing. Look at this. Get them. Get them, boys. Tell that Lady Galadriel that she may have the ring, but she'll never take our freedom. I won't dare live in a world that's full of elves. Everybody would be smug as shit. So smug. Smug and inconsiderate and just like, meh, meh. I'm an elf. But oof, man, look at these guys. Look at the armor on these guys and look at their weapons. Those hammers look terrifying. Oh, flip them. Yeah, give him the chair. Give him the chair. Yeah. Hell yeah. Oh, look at it. Right in the back, man. Probably crushed his spine. Dude went paralyzed instantly. All right, so yeah, there's the fight. It's looking like Imladris is going to take this one. They're going to defeat the elves, but they were only able to defeat the elves thanks to the great sacrifices of the men of Arnor from Cardolin and Arthedain. There goes another hammer and anvil. Nice. Yep, there they go. They're breaking. Flee, flee. Lady Galadriel will be very upset with us. I could imagine seeing a lot of elves desert, you know, the Lothlorien cause and just join the other elves and be like, yeah, I'm not going to be a part of that. Oh, there we go. Lose the will to fight. We have the kindred of Celeborn. Celeborn. So this, I think this is a general unit. General's right there. Look at him. He's like, nah, I will kill for Lady Galadriel. Look at his face covered in elf blood. Look at it. You can't even see his face. Just completely covered. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Now he's got some competition. God, these Warhammer guys. Got the big old shields on their backs. That's so cool. Oh. And now we've got even more units flanking around. It's the last stand. The last stand of the elves of Lothlorien. So let's zoom out here and kind of see. I think that's it. I think that's all that's left of the battle here. Is that unit. Yeah, but let's just look at the carnage. Look at the carnage, especially on this side. Just disgusting amount of dead. And then over on the other side, which is over here. Nope, I'm going the wrong way. Oh, my sense of direction is terrible. It's over here. Yes, this path right here. So lots of dead over here as well. Not nearly as much, but again, this was more open, more of an open battle. So you see a lot of dead in the back parts of the area and up front here. But Arthedain did enough. They did enough. Another general has perished. Yes, and there you have it, guys. And that's going to wrap it up for today's battle. Lady Galadriel will not win this day. Maybe she'll return the ring and be like, sorry. Let's just put in Mount Doom. Oops. They're just cleaning up what's left of the general bodyguard, so we'll just fast forward here. We are back. Yes. So, woo! Yeah. Actually, the elves got the most kills. I was expecting Cardolin to get the most kills, but they weren't too far off. Arthedain kind of struggled there, but again, he had a much more difficult defensive spot. And then pretty much all of the Lothlorien elves did pretty well there. But, I mean, it was a close battle. It came down to the wire. I think if the elves were able to break through here a little bit better. I mean, there's not much they could have done. Like, it's just a grind over here. So, great fight. If we look at the results, here's the elven results. This is Sin of the Dark Cloud. 188. Let's see. 228. 272. That's the highest one, and that's some Eldar Einway archers. So, awesome. Archers are deadly in this game. So that's going to wrap it up here, guys, today for today's battle. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you guys enjoyed this struggle. It was a lot of fun, and I'll see you guys next time on the battlefield.